most of us, I'm sure, want to work smarter, not harder. So how do we do that? We need to think about how can we protect our schedule and get the most out of every minute of our day so we don't have to work more hours, more time, so we have free time to be with our family and friends and do things we like doing. So here's a few thoughts on how do you protect your schedule. I like to, in my emails and in my voicemails, let people know that I may not get back to them exactly at that moment and be a slave to my email. I say that typically once or twice a day I'll be returning messages so that I can get back to people on my time as opposed to their time. I think efficiency with all of your paperwork is very, very powerful. So if that's not your skill set, hire an assistant. Hire somebody else to do things that you're not so good at. I always want to start my Mondays strong so I have the power of momentum, because when you have momentum, you could break through a 10-foot thick brick wall with a train. However, if you have no momentum, you could put a wooden block on the train tracks and get nowhere. So I want to start my Mondays. I want to start my first day of the month. I want to start with some momentum to keep myself going through the day. And I want to finish strong on Friday afternoons. And it's not just like I want to finish. I want to finish strong. 60 to 70% of my day as a salesperson needs to be IPA. For those of you that aren't familiar with IPA, IPA stands for income producing activities. And in sales, there's only 2 income producing activities. That's right, prospecting and presenting. Prospecting and presenting. Being in front of people, picking up the phone, dialing away, making calls. So you look at your schedule, if you're working a 9-hour day, 60 to 70% of it, that's 6 hours needs to be blocked in for prospecting and presenting time. That's how we're efficient. Each day when I block out my schedule, I put out little A's, B's, and C's next to my task items. A's are my absolute must-dos, B's are my should-dos, and my C's are do it if you have time. And the goal is to get to your A's and B's by 2 p.m. if possible. Now, of course, sometimes you'll have a presentation or something important at 4 o'clock, but if most days you get to your A's and B's by 2 o'clock, you still have time to get to your do it if you have time. So you're not always procrastinating and moving them from day to day. Something that I perfected a while back is what I call the time awareness log. And the time awareness log is to absolutely take just a blank sheet of paper and for 21 days, write down every single thing you do from the time you get up in the morning to the time you go to sleep. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, 6:10, I'm in the shower, 6:30, I'm dressed, 6:35, I'm reading my affirmations, I'm driving to work at 7, 7:30, I get there, I check my emails, I have an appointment at 8, and basically every single thing you do all through the day, you're actually putting it down on paper. And see, sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And you must inspect to expect. So 2 or 3 times a year, do a 21-day analysis of your time through a time awareness log. A couple more things to protect your schedule is learn to say no. Some of us are just too nice. Some of us say yes to everything and we're overwhelmed and we're stressed and we can't be everything for everybody. So start by 1 time a week or 1 time every couple weeks. Say no to something you used to say yes to. And I absolutely believe that I want to work on my paperwork skills, not just by having somebody else do it, but there are times when you have to touch your paperwork. And I have what I call the 5D method. And the 5D method is to, every time you have a piece of paperwork, you either do something with it, you defer it to a different time or somebody else, you delegate it, you dump it and throw it away, or you don't know what to do with it and it goes in that folder. So you simply could have 5 folders on your desk and you could always be moving paperwork to the appropriate folder, and if you don't know, dump it. Last couple things I want to bring up about protecting your schedule is perfect the usage of your driving time. I like to call my car university, and every day I'd like to listen to 15 to 30 minutes, if I could, of CDs, downloads off iTunes that I'm pouring into myself that I can be a better salesperson, a better leader, a better coach, a better mentor. See, 15 minutes a day, if you were to do that, or even 30, I like to do 30, is 2.5 hours a week, it's 10 hours a month, it's 120 hours a year. It's like a 3-week sales course, so why not use your car? Lastly is every day that I know I'm going to have a significant amount of driving, I make out a list on a piece of paper, I actually handwrite it out in big writing, of 10 people I want to contact that day while I drive. 6 are new prospects. 6 are people that I haven't reached before that I want to reach. I put their name and phone number in big writing. 2 are actually people that I want to follow up with and that I haven't really had time to. But you know what? I've got time in the car today. I'm going to do a follow-up call. And 2, believe it or not, are family and friends that sometimes we just lose contact with. Last thing I want to share with you to protect your schedule and to really rock it in your sales career is plan the night before. I cannot explain how powerful it is to have everything set up, from where you're going to go, to your car loaded, to who you're going to talk to a backup plan, to all the materials you need. There's something about you do so much better when you plan ahead.